Hey, sports fans, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. I'm in my Islanders jersey that really doesn't fit me. And today I'm going to discuss one of the hockey teams I have in one of the Strat-O-Matic hockey leagues I'm in. Um, the first thing I'm going to go over is last year. Last year, this particular team, this was a winning team that I had. I was 41, 37, 0, and 4. Using it's wins, losses, no ties, but I guess they put zeros in there now to show that there are no more ties, and 4 overtime losses. So this team, and this is the Binghamton Whalers, as you can see up in the corner, my crudely made Binghamton Whalers logo. This is, I was the last qualifying team last year to make the playoffs in my conference with this record and this number of points. I think we were like 3 points better than the team right behind me. So anyway, but we did make the playoffs, and this team went to the conference final, and we lost in the conference final. I think we only won one game. Now, the reason that we went to the conference final, I can tell you, is because of the rules that the league plays under, and that is that during the regular season, anybody with under 70 games can only play that number of games. So if you only played 61 games, you can only play in 61 games. So I had to sit a number of guys like Getzlav and Justin Schultz, and I think Charlie Coyle. I think all those guys were limited last year, so I could only play them in, like I had to sit Getzlav out. I think he played like 61 games. I think he had 61 games. So I had to sit him out in like 20 or 21 or something like that games. And that's a lot of games to miss. But then when you get to the playoffs, it's something like, it's almost like it's 10% per series. So Getzlav can still play 6 games if he can only play, 10% of the time that he was eligible. So that's a far higher percentage of time being able to play in the playoffs. It's almost like having your regular team. And I had a sweep in the first round. I swept the team that I played in the first round, I think, or maybe only lost 1 game to him. So that only went 5 games. So Getzlav was able to play the entire series. So it's kind of a disconnect between how it is during the season and how it is in the playoffs, and that's why my team did much better in the playoffs. So anyway, right here above the season record from last year, you can see the cuts and or retirements. And there's actually one I need to add to this list. Zetterberg, you could add Zetterberg to this list. And I traded him knowing he was going to retire, but I needed some more scoring on my lines. But anyway, Paul Carey, Brandon Davidson, Tom Pyatt, I think he retired, Justin Schultz, cutting him, Aaron Dell, I'm cutting him because he's not really even very good anymore as a backup, and Jason Chimera, I think, retired. So there are the players that are either cut or retired. Now, in this league, what happens is I think we have like 35-man rosters, something like that. And each year you can keep 19 if you didn't have any overuse from the year before, and I won't go into all the rules. But anyway, I didn't have any overuse of any players, so I get to keep 19 players. And then you have a, whatever it is, 11, 12, 13 something player draft, or 9, I don't know what it is. I'm not good at math. So anyway, you have whatever number of draft picks it is to get you to 35. So as you can see, here's my projected line or lines for next year, and hopefully you can see this. Line 1 will be Taylor Hall. Now he's only going to be a part-year eligible guy, and the center will be Ryan Getzlav on line 1, and he's also only going to be, again, a part-year guy. And then Charlie Coyle on the right wing. Line 2 will be JT Miller, and then Lars Eller at center, and then Chris Wagner on the right wing on line 2. Line 3 will be Riley Nash, and then Cedric Paquette, and then Alex Kerfoot, who I drafted last year in last year's draft. And then line 4 will be TBD, Noel Achari at center, and then Carter Rowney at right wing. And again, he'll just be part year eligible. On the defense, the first defensive pair will be Hampus Lindholm and John Carlson. John Carlson, great, one of my best players. Victor Hedman, and then Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey, who just never seems to get old. And then Kevin Connaughton and Trevor Van Riemsdyk as the third pairing. Now, as you can see with the defensemen, everybody is a full year guy. So really, I'm set defensively. And then in goal, I'll have Ben Bishop, who will only be a part year guy. He's only going to be able to play like 51 games, maybe 52. And then Craig Anderson, who wasn't that good and who is aging. So you can see what I'm going to have. I have my work cut out in the draft. I've got to get first of all, I got to get a left wing for line 4. Just, a body for one thing. And then I also have to get guys that can come in and play, can back up guys like Getzlav and Taylor Hall, who will only be part-year players. So that's the team. What do you guys think? Especially you hockey guys out there. What do you think of my team? My guys that I'm going to keep. Is there anybody on the cut list that you think maybe should make the team? I'm always willing to hear ideas. I was thinking of maybe trading Taylor Hall. But this is a keeper league where there's no contracts, there's no nothing like that, no free agency. So if you have a guy, you can keep him as long as you want to keep him. So that's this may be a rough year coming up because Taylor Hall won't be able to play all year, but I think I should still keep him, bank on him being the regular Taylor Hall that he always is, and then hope that he plays, and then just keep rolling with him after that because he's still young enough. Like I was going to say, I toyed with the idea of trading him and getting some, maybe a high draft pick, some other players, whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think I'm going to. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know. You got any ideas? You like the team? Do you think I'm headed for another playoff season, or maybe I'm going to miss the playoffs? Want to hear what everybody thinks, and until then, this is Bob Zulke. I'm going to be signing off. Remember to give me a like if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what more you want to see. But for right now, that's me signing off. See you later.